Hello and welcome to SouthTech tutorial. In this video I'll be taking you through links. Most of us have already used links on Go social media. You see all those buttons that you click on and they take you to a certain page. Those are what we refer as links. So for today we're going to focus on them and we shall really know how they come about and they are into use. So for example, now you are seeing my user interface for the Google. So when you click on this, even before me clicking, it points at it. That pointing style, when you just hover over it and you just hover before clicking, that one already shows that this one is a links. So I'm very sure most of you guys have already used links, but you just didn't know maybe how to use them in HTML. So now I designed a simple text to just explain, so maybe I can show you that. Hello and welcome to SouthTech tutorials. So today I'm going to take you guys through what we call links. I'm very sure all of us we have already used links, just that we didn't know how to create them. So today I'm going to show you how to create those links in HTML. So before we create them, I just want to show you how links are used in real life, in real applications. For example, here when you look at this Google interface, you're already seeing Luganda, there is Kiswahili, there is Ikinyarwanda, Lua, and others. So all these ones you're seeing now, they are typed in blue. That one already shows that they are really unique from the rest, because you see Google offered in is just in black, but these ones that you're seeing, they are in blue. There is something about it. There is something so special that makes them different from this. So that's what I'm going to be taking you guys through today. And by the time let me just give you a brief explanation about links. When you hover over Lua, you can see that pointing. It is different from when you hover over Google. There is no pointing here, but here on Luganda it points, even Kiswahili points. This one clearly shows that they are links. So this is just a reminder. As I already told you, all of us we have already used links, but we just didn't know how to create them. So now we are going to see about how they come about these things. Like now this one wasn't created by us, but we're also going to know how to create them. So I have just organized a brief intro about links. As I said here, a link is just a tag that you can click on and it directs you to a certain page. You see, I'm just giving it to you in a practical manner. For the theory part, you can just go ahead and you get some books and read more, but here I'm explaining it. I've just written in the way that you can easily get it. So this is the simple definition of a link. Just a tag that you click on and later it directs you to a certain page. So, and then how that process of linking occurs, this is the way. You have to use open angle bracket A and then you close it. As I told you previously in the HTML tutorial that we had, I gave a brief overview on anchor links, anchor tags. So the whole of this defines anchor tag, and without this one you cannot be able to create a link. So without href as well, we cannot also create a link, because this is what directs us. This is our reference, is the one that tells us which page are we going to. So without these two, this is the first one that you really need to take note of, this the anchor tag, and then the href. This is just the in its full form is a hypertext reference, and it is the one we use in HTML element that identifies the location of the URL. A URL, you can take it as a link. That's the definition. If you hear about URL, what comes into your mind is a link, of course. So these are the main two things you really need to take note when you're creating a link in HTML: the anchor tag and the href. So I hope my brief explanation works for you as well. So here, this is where we normally use links in our HTML file. We normally use them in the head section, and then we are going to see how to do that. We also use the links in the footer section. Then we can also use them in the side section, even in the body section. For example, when you look at this page for Google, these links, they have been used inside the body section. If they were in the footer, they're going to be down here. But even here in the footer, we also have some links. If we have been clean, you see, when you point at this one is a link, even this is a link, this one is a link. So you can see these are the links which are in the footer section. Then the one is in the body section, there are this one is the languages. Then the one in the head section, there are these ones. You can see these ones. These are links in the head section. So that's why I was giving a brief description where they are used here, and you can see now this is they are really used in real life applications. You can see now, for example, here when you click on this Luganda, it will take you to the page. Okay, it will translate our interface here to Luganda, but that's not our focus for today. I just wanted to show you a real life example of where links are used. So now let's go to our text editor. Today I'm using Sublime Text. Let me go to my text editor. So let me minimize this. Then I just look for Sublime. I just double click on this. So as I'm opening my Sublime Text, you can also be creating a folder on the desktop, and then you name it links, because that is our topic for today. So I think we don't need this. Now let me create a folder on the desktop, and then I name it links, because this is our topic for today. Just go to new, so we are going to open this very folder in our Sublime Text. You just come and then you click say open folder. Look for your desktop to locate where your folder is. Click on it, then you select folder to open it. So at the moment we don't need this. Let's just expand our text editor here. Now let's create our first file. I hope by now everyone knows how to create a file. Let's save it first. Let's name it index.html. This is our index.html. Let's add another page. Let us at least be having 2 pages, because it will help us when we are dealing more in links. Let's say this one as, let's say, about.html. Save that. So let's go back to our index, then we'll type there our HTML code. That our title for today is links. Type that. Let's give it a heading. Let me say H1 and give it a heading of H1 links and creating pages, because you guys, we have seen now we already created a page. For those of you who didn't know how to create it, it's just a matter of you going to your folder, you right click on it, then you say new file, then you save it. This is now another page I'm creating. Let me name it team.html. That is another page. So I just wanted to show a very simple way of creating a page. So now let's go back to our index.html. I'm saying the heading is links and creating pages. So creating pages, this one now we have already finished it, because we have created 2 pages so far, team.html and then about.html. So we have finished this part of creating pages. If you need to create more pages, it's just the same way. You go to your folder, you right click, then you click on the new file, you save it, give it the name .html if it is HTML file. So now here, save this work and let us review what we have so far. You can review it here in our browser. Let me just put it, let me open another tab. Let me just open another tab. And I paste my link. You see that one is already a link. So link can really be understood in so many ways, as I told you earlier. So you can see now this is our heading. That is the one we gave here when we come to index.html. So guys, now let's try to create some few links here. For example, we need to navigate to about.html, then team.html, but through index. How we do that, you have to come here under the head section, and we just need to put it here. Don't even need to go to the head section. You open your angle bracket, then use. So these are the things I have been explaining in our notepad: the anchor tag and then the href. Now before I put anything inside href, as I told you earlier, that the anchor tag, when you open it, then you really have to close it here. That's why we have closed it. And the anchor tag, without anchor tag, as I told earlier, we cannot be able to create a link. So that's why we have to first create anchor tag, and then the href, this is the one that is going to refer us to which page we are going to after clicking on that link, because now we are going to put the name of the link inside here, and then we're just going to put a name that will show on our HTML when we run it on the browser, such that when you click on that word, it will take you to that page. And that page, this is where we're going to specify that page. We're going to put the name of that page inside href. So let's put about.html, and then here we can just put a word to be displayed on the browser. This one, it can You can change this word. You can even say about us. It really doesn't affect what is inside here, because the main important thing is this part, which is inside the href and then the anchor tag. Those are the two things that really form a link. So let's run this. First, save your work, and we just refresh our page that we already have on our browser. You can click there, or you can just click on F5 on your machine. So you can now see we have a link. All links by default, they are always blue in color. So you can see now this one is a link. If we click on it, it will take us to about us page. You see, it has taken us to about us page. How do you know that it has taken us to that page? You can see it from the name here, about.html. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to be displayed in this page, so let's go back and we put some text in the about us page. You come to about us page, let's just put some HTML there. Here the data is about. Let's put some paragraph and we say welcome to about us, and just do this one as small letter. Save that. Now let's run our. I don't think that I need to copy the file path again because we already have it. Just come back, then you refresh your page, click on about. You can see now when you click on about us, it brings you to this page of about us, which is having the text welcome to about us page. So our first link has worked, and I hope you also try it wherever you are doing this practice. So this is now. Let's also link our page. Let us also get the theme. Just do this. Open your anchor tag. Then you type their theme.html. This is the theme's page. So that's the representation. So let's save this and let us put some text inside the theme's page. Use HTML. The title be theme. Then you can just put some link 3. Our team of IT. And you save that. Not IT, let me just of SouthTech. So let's go back to, you can just use this back button, then you click on F5 to refresh. When you click on theme, yeah, it brings us to the themes page. So this is the importance of links. Now let me show you how you can get those links, because you have seen different websites that are having Facebook links and then even Instagram. Then when you click on that link, it takes you to the Facebook page. When you click on a certain link again, it takes you to the Twitter. So let me show you how to do that. You just have to open anchor tag. Then here you have to type HTTPS, put your colon, // and www dot, for example, you want to go to Facebook page, Facebook, you have to say facebook.com, then you type some word here that will really show on the browser to tell the user that is a link. So we can just type there Facebook. If you have the image, you can use the image icon, but for the part of the images we haven't yet gone there, so it will be another tutorial and I will show you how to do that. So you come this way, you save your work. So you can see now we have put this link in the Teams page. That means in order for us to access this Facebook link, we shall have to be in the Teams page in the browser. So let's go to, so we are already in the Teams page. You can see there is this Facebook link. When you click on this Facebook, it has to take you to the Facebook login page. So you can see now it has loaded Facebook login to login or sign up. So you can see this way you can now just log in. If you're new user to Facebook, you can just create an account. So that is it. Now let me show you how to get the link that takes you to Twitter and this. So this one we did it in theme. I wanted to do all these things in the index page, so I'm going to cut and I go back to my index. Let's create a footer. Site links are good to be in the footer section. I paste this. So the first one is going to take us to Facebook. This is the name that is going to be read on the browser. That's why we really have to indicate Facebook and to show the user that when you click on this Facebook, after the user reading Facebook, of course he will know that it's going to be directed to Facebook page. So now this one, let's go to Instagram. Then by the time you have changed the link here, it is really weird for you to leave Facebook there. By the time you click on Facebook and then takes you to Instagram page, it's not good. So yeah, you have to type Instagram. Instagram. I hope that is the spelling. Then if you want to go to Google is ready. That one is obvious, but I just want to show you if you also want to go to Google page. Here you have to change it. Then last one, where should we go to? I think 3 are enough. So I'll just, because the main point here is for you guys to understand how links are formed. So when we save this page and we go back to our browser, so we were here. Let's refresh. So you can see, is that it? Let me correct the spelling of Google. That. So if you click on Instagram, for Facebook we have already tried that and it worked. If you click on Instagram, it will take you, you can see it brings you to the Instagram page. Then this way now you can do your login credentials. You can decide to log in with Facebook, then you open your Instagram. So this is all about links, and I hope you have gotten something about links, how they are created, because at least for today you will now be knowing that place. I know how to create a link. I don't just use it, but I can be able to be in position to create one if I'm given a chance. because these things are really important when you have your website and you need to be referring people to your social media sites. You need to be including this. So that's why I'm showing you about links. And if my video has been helpful to you, please subscribe if you're new, click on the notifications bell for more updates, and bye.